The Institute for Sustainable Futures is part of the University of Technology, Sydney, and the mission of the Institute is to create change towards sustainable futures. And one of the most important aspects of that is our work in sustainable energy and improving energy productivity, improving energy efficiency and reducing greenhouse gas emissions for the planet as a whole. That work encompasses a whole range of different areas. When we use water, we are intrinsically using energy. A lot of our work has been to investigate this and to look at the potential energy savings associated with water saving itself. And we've led the world in our work in designing, costing, and implementing and evaluating water efficiency programs. Our electricity system for the future needs to be smarter, cleaner, and more efficient. And that was the objective of a 3-year, $8 million research project that the Institute undertook in 2008. That project, Intelligent Grid, was conducted with 4 other Australian universities and with CSIRO, the National Science Agency.
Now, one of the key elements that we developed out of our leadership of the Intelligent Grid or iGrid research program was the Australian Decentralised Energy Roadmap. So decentralised energy has advantages not just in ensuring that we're providing the electricity close to where we need it, but in avoiding a lot of the cost associated with providing that electricity over a long distance. So by decentralised energy, we're talking about energy efficiency, we're talking about distributed generation close to where people use it, and we're also talking about peak load management, changing the time at which people use their energy in order to make better use of the infrastructure. So it has economic benefits, it has environmental benefits, and by tapping into both of those, we can deliver better value for consumers in meeting their energy needs.
Yeah, we're in the midst of this unprecedented transition to a more local, decentralised energy world, and this means that traditional energy market players are going to have to change the way that they engage with a more diverse market of decentralised energy service providers. We're bringing all of the network service providers in the national electricity market together in a collaborative project to build consistent, interactive online maps that show where the most efficient parts of the network to invest in decentralised energy services are. So by providing this information, the project aims to build the market for decentralised energy service provision and to reduce costs for consumers in the long run.
So in 2007, ISF initiated a project to create Australia's first plug-in hybrid electric vehicle, or PHEV. And what we did here is we collaborated with the engineering faculty and a green entrepreneur from Melbourne by the name of Peter Zentel to take a standard Toyota Prius, which is a hybrid electric vehicle, and convert it into a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. But we wanted to go beyond simply creating a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. And so we took it a step further and created the potential for that to provide power back out of the vehicle in order to meet the demand of a building or other needs. So what this means is that the vehicle can not just provide a low-cost, zero-emissions driving, but it can also reduce the need for additional infrastructure spending in order to provide additional electricity.
So Australia, like the rest of the world, is in the midst of this energy transition. And the question is not whether this transition is happening, but it's about how we make the transition to sustainable energy benefit all Australians. And one of the answers to this question that ISF is really excited about is community energy. Community energy is where a community group comes together to develop, deliver and benefit from sustainable energy. And that could be a community-owned wind farm or solar array or a community energy efficiency or demand management program. ISF secured some funding from the Australian Renewable Energy Agency to develop a national community energy strategy, a plan of how to grow a vibrant community energy sector in Australia.
ISF, I think, is quite uniquely placed as an organisation with the relationships with a whole range of different electricity market stakeholders, particularly the poles and wires service providers, but also retailers, regulators, market operators, and we're actually put all of the right parties in the room together to work towards a collaborative solution.
We did some work with Parkes Shire Council, which is a local government based in central west New South Wales, and they were really concerned about rising electricity bills, but also wanted to take advantage of the renewable energy assets at their doorstep. So in consultation with council staff and other key stakeholders, we developed this Decentralised Energy Master Plan. And we found that it was really useful for them, and so useful that they've actually gone on to implement 8 of the 11 recommendations. They've really been an inspiration for other councils.
In 2001, the Institute produced for the national government a set of information resources that would change the way that the building industry, home builders, renovators, building designers would think about residential buildings and their impact on energy use, on sustainability, on a whole range of resources. So the outcome of the project was a website which became one of the most visited national government websites that Australia has seen. It also comprised a manual which was well used by building industry, as well as a set of fact sheets about all aspects of sustainable building. These resources were not just used extensively by builders and by the industry, but were also accompanied by a whole series of training courses, new forms of accreditation, and ultimately rippling through to changes in the building code and a whole lot of other state-based regulations on building.
So one of the reasons why decentralised energy is so important is that it is the, if you like, the economic complement to the process of decarbonisation. So by moving the electricity system from fossil fuels basis to a renewable basis, then we're achieving a major reform in terms of decarbonising electricity supply. But that's not enough. We also need to be finding ways to reduce cost in that transition, and decentralised energy can provide a key element in reducing cost and increasing the efficiency of supply. So when we bring together those two threads of decentralisation and decarbonisation, then we have a powerful mix for delivering a cleaner and a lower cost energy future.